And a partridge in a pear. What? What is that? Is that what I think it is? Oh, that is beautiful. It's coming right over. What was that? This is shit. This is reindeer shit. Get it fucking off me. It's reindeer shit.
What's up, YouTube? Right. Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho. I love those hoes.
I got hoes.
I got holes, man.
Different area codes.
Absolutely. Right, so today...
How you been?
I've been alright, mate. I've been doing my live streams and this, that and the other.
Yeah.
How have you been?
Yeah,
That's the
busy,
question, because everybody's seen me.
Building a Christmas house. That's right.
Yeah.
Still going. 2 years in. Might be done next year. We'll see.
Now, because it's Christmas, we're on the advocat, or as the
Yeah.
Americans call it, eggnog.
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 Well, actually, there is a difference.
What is the difference?
There is a
Because I want to know.
Eggnog is different to avocado.
What?
Because avocado is thick. You normally mix it with a bit of lemon, have a cool, refreshing drink, and put some cherries on it. Yeah. But eggnog is already ready. It's already ready.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's already ready in a less viscous sort of format. Me and the wife discuss this every year. This is like our annual sort of debate. Is eggnog the same as avocado?
Well, speaking of annual debates, we've got our top 10 Christmas films. Now, we're not doing a joint one, because when we did the Halloween ones, we were at loggerheads on certain
We
things.
were a little bit sometime, weren't we?
So we're going to do our own things.
Yeah, so for every position that's mentioned, Rick will give his and I will give mine. And I think there's some duplicates in
There
different
may be.
positions, maybe. But I think it's fair that we allow each other to express our preference.
Yeah, because Christmas, as you all know, it's a
Personal, isn't it?
special
Personal,
time, and
isn't it?
something that is special to somebody might be shit to somebody else. So
right.
we've got to go with it.
Yeah.
We got to
Some
go.
people
with
might have eaten some yellow snow.
it. Absolutely.
Yeah. And some people might have thrown some yellow snow.
Absolutely.
Or made the yellow snow.
Because it's Christmas, there's something we haven't done for a long time, isn't
And it is an elf on a shelf.
Yeah. I've heard there's a new chef or a new worker down at Pizza Palace.
A new order. What would you refer to? You know, what's the job title? Order taker.
General Skivvy, I think.
Ooh.
General Grease Monkey. So we're going to give him a ring and see if I can wind him up a little bit. Let's go with it.
Let's go. What are you going to ask for? Give me that. Reindeer pizza.
Must be busy tonight.
Hello, Pizza Village.
Hi. Do you do takeaways?
We do, yes.
Can you tell me what 3,687 takeaway 1,216 is, please?
Fuck off.
Ooh, burned. Ooh, crashed and burned. They know. They must have you on some sort of call recognition
Well, I
system.
was withhold my number, so...
Oh, right, yeah.
Anyway, right, before we go to number 10,
Maybe some voice recognition.
why
Yeah.
doesn't Father Christmas have any kids?
Why?
Because he only comes once a year and that's down the fucking chimney. Anyway, for me, number 10
Number 10.
is something I grew up watching a lot as a youngster,
Number 10.
and it is a little known film from 1984 called Gremlins.
Isn't your dog named after?
He is, oh, Gizmo, get out of the way.
Gizmo.
Giz.
That's right.
We'll just talk about Gremlins, don't worry, man.
We're talking about you. That's right. It's a Mogwai. Great film.
Absolutely.
Really good film.
It's got mouth out the Goonies in, hasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. You know, if you was a kid, you'd want one of these things.
Oh,
These Mogwais.
That's why I got one.
And you would put water on it as well, wouldn't you?
You definitely
just would. Don't put water on it. Don't
See,
expose
Gizmo
it to
loves
water.
and he loves being fed after
You
midnight.
just dunk that little mother in the water. Boom.
Yeah. Right. Come away, Gizmo, go on, go.
Number
So
10, yeah.
number 10 for me is Gremlins from
Right.
1984. Now then, Pablo, what is your number 10?
For me, you know, it's none other than you know, one of our favourite peoples. It's Arnold Jingle All the Way, Turbo Man.
Put the cookie down!
Put it down. I want a Turbo Man.
I'm not a pervert!
So
I'm looking for a Turbo Man doll!
Jingle All the Way, a little bit of a guilty pleasure.
There's nothing guilty about it.
Well, it's you know, it's a Christmas film. It's Arnold, and you can't overlook it. It's good fun. It's good fun. You know, we all know what it's like to buy lastminute.com and to see Arnold with his expressions and his huge mass try and sort of navigate his way through the busy Christmas period, trying to get hold of this really limited stock item is absolutely great. The only thing that's missing is a machine gun, a bazooka, a machete, and the Predator hunting him down for the same thing.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, Jingle All the Way, number 10.
Okay, so my number 10 was Gremlins, Pablo's was Jingle All the Way. Now, number 9, before we go to number 9, why is Santa always depressed?
Why is he always depressed?
Because he's always got a full sack.
Oh, I know what he feels like after having the old chop.
Yes. Right, so my number 9 is a 2006 remake of Black Christmas. Now, the reason I prefer this to the original...
Dark, Rick.
It is. It's
very dark.
fucking extreme. Now, I don't want to go into detail.
Chin chin on the old eggnog.
Chin chin.
Well,
Eggnog.
Eggnog.
Advocate. But yeah, any woman who can keep her son chained up in a loft and impregnate, get him...
It's got Fritzl.
Well, yeah, maybe that's
Maybe he
what...
watched the film.
I think he got the idea of that.
Well,
or
the film's
Joseph.
based on him.
Yeah, but absolutely brilliant. Very Christmassy sort of vibe to it. If you take away the mother and her shenanigans, I just think it's got a lot of fairy lights, a lot of snow. What more do you want from a Christmas film?
That's it.
So what's your number 9, Pat?
My number 9 is 2003. Previous to that, Jingle All the Way is 96. So good old film. Number 9 is Elf, 2003, with Will Ferrell. He comes to Earth and socially interacts with the real world as a real live elf, and it was during a point where my sort of I found a really deep love and admiration for Will Ferrell, and that's why he's in my top 10 for that particular film.
Now I'm going to say something a bit
Thoroughly
controversial
funny.
here, but I really don't enjoy Elf. I don't like it. No. Sorry to say that. Okay, so before we go on to number 8, what do you get if you deep fry Santa Claus?
What would you get if you deep fry Santa Claus?
Crisp Kringle.
Kringle.
You are mine now, Crisp.
That's right, Kindergarten Cop, Arnold Schwarzenegger reference there.
Absolutely. Crisp chip potato chip. So anyway, my number 8 is got to be the 1988 classic Christmas movie Scrooge with Mr. Bill Murray.
Big love Bill Murray.
Absolutely
We
brilliant.
love Bill.
It's like
Every day of the week.
Well, I say it is a modern remake of A Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
Done as a TV station executive. Now, I think it's absolute genius the way they did that.
Yeah.
Now, some of the scenes, to say it's a PG, may be quite disturbing for little kids, like where he's hung out the window by that dude, and but it's a good. I think it's more for adults.
Yeah.
And it's got some really sort of close to the bone humour in there as well that a lot of people
Bill Murray,
I think can relate to.
He brings
as well.
a whole different spin on all sorts of things. He's got this sort of cheekiness about him, and he's just a naughty bastard.
He's a cheeky chappy.
He's great. He's fucking funny. He's
But,
shit up. Really
So
good choice. Really good choice.
What's your number 8, Pat?
My number 8, a little bit soft, but without any shadow of a doubt, no different in calibre with reference to actor. Nicolas Cage, The Family Man, 2000.
I've still not seen
Yeah,
it.
something that Rick has not graced, but yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. I remember watching it. I've watched it a couple of times actually, and really, really heartfelt, really warm, beautiful film. And Nicolas Cage, he's just one of them, and he pulls it off, and away you go. You've got a good film again.
What sort of film is it? Is it a family film? Then,
it is a family film. It's a bit of a romantic sort of love story.
Oh, right.
In the sense that, without giving too much away, it's like it gives him an alternate opportunity at life. A different version of a life had he not gone down a particular route. And this film allows him to live that life. And in the end, he does have to go back, and it's in that moment that he realises, sometimes life distracts you for all the wrong reasons and you head in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
And in there you find some core values as to potentially what's really important in life. And he pulls it off. Nick Cage pulls off good emotional films where he wants to pull at your heartstrings a little bit.
Leaving Las Vegas.
Yeah, Leaving Las Vegas.
Connor, I'm the daddy.
That's right. Put the bunny back in the box.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come out. What's the date when he comes back? Cyrus the virus.
Cyrus
He's
the
like,
virus.
I'm 10, 10, 12. I'm gonna see my daddy. Don't say that kind of shit to Nicolas Cage, mate. Especially when he's doing upside down fucking push-ups, handstand push-ups, because he's gonna kick your ass.
I think you touched on something there as well about the right. What's Christmas
important,
to me puts things in perspective. Whereas you look forward to spending time with your family and your friends, and you think, well, hang on a minute, why is it only once a year that I look forward to making that time to spend with my family and friends? Why aren't I doing this all throughout the year? But then your life gets in the way, work,
that's right,
everything.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
it's definitely a film I've got to check out.
Definitely worth checking out.
So my number 8 was
my number 8.
Scrooged, and Pablo's was The Family Man.
Family Man.
Okay, before we go to number 7.
Number 7, Ricky's got another one of his beautiful little...
How is Christmas just like every other day at work?
I don't know, Rick.
Because you work your ass off and some fat cunt in a suit takes all the credit.
That's right. These boys ain't no gym going buddies, are they? No, that's right.
Number 7 for me is the 2009 remake of A Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey.
Ooh.
An absolute banger of a film.
Beautiful, very well done. I like I like how that's filmed as well.
The animation is
like
brilliant.
Yeah.
They used the motion capture, didn't they? Which at the time was still quite new technology when they did sort of Polar Express and that. Rob Zemeckis was
The computer helped
that.
Mr. Carey.
Yeah.
The CGI,
He did multiple roles in it as well. He did the ghost. All 3 of the ghosts, I think he did.
Yeah. Good film.
To say it was a Disney, not very child friendly, but to me personally, I think it's the closest to the novel as any film has got so far. I honestly do. I think it's absolutely amazing. If you watch it in 3D, the 3D is banging. So check it out if you've not seen it.
Yeah, you had the 3D goggles and everything in for your TV.
Yeah, I've still got 3D in the dining room.
3D.
But so that was my number 7. What's yours, Pablo?
Number 7. Grinch, 2018. The animation. Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
Seuss. Narrated really well. Heartwarming. Cheeky. I think that you've got the Grinch that stole Christmas with Jim Carrey. We can't overlook that one.
But I always prefer the original with Boris Karloff narrating it.
Yeah.
But again,
I
horses
really
for
like.
courses.
Yeah, it's something that without a doubt I can put on and watch. It's certainly more. I've probably seen that already about 3 times this year because kids enjoy it as well.
Oh, yeah.
And as soon as I hear the narrator and he starts, flowing with his rhyme, I'm sit down every time.
Absolutely. So my number 7 was Disney's Christmas Carol 2009. Pablo's was
The Grinch.
The Grinch. Okay, so before I go to number 6,
The eggnog's nice. Sorry.
Advocate, it's not eggnog.
Eggnog.
It was some eggnog. Yeah, I still don't know what.
You know what it is? You messaged me and said you got the eggnog.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I actually, I had to correct Rick.
But this is how we advertised it at work. Eggnog
Yeah.
is egg liqueur, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it is egg liqueur.
But yeah. Anyway, so before I get to number 6,
6.
my wife wanted a white Christmas.
I'm dreaming.
But when I came in her face this morning, she didn't even thank me.
What?
Sorry.
Can't wait.
So my number
It's
6.
snowing. It's snowing.
My number 6 is
Number 6 in the mix.
probably one of my favourite childhood Christmas films. It is a 1988 film called Ernest Saves Christmas.
Yes, we like Ernest. He's legendary.
Ernest P. Worrell.
Of the generation, I think. Who of these? What has this generation got? The new generation
I
got?
suppose he was in the first 2 Toy Stories, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he's the
The
slinky dog.
Slinky, yeah, but then I'll tell you, whoever did the voice for him in 3 and 4, looking awesome because he's dead, isn't he? So, but yeah, really good film. Ernest Saves Christmas.
Man. Ernest is he's a character in himself, isn't he?
Yeah, he was like the original sort of Lee Evans, wasn't he, with rubber face and everything and doing all.
Oh
the-
yeah,
brilliant.
Yeah, exactly. Expressions for days.
And what these youngsters these days don't appreciate, that back in 1988, if Ernest hadn't saved Christmas, they wouldn't have Christmas now. But they just don't seem to care.
Yeah.
And that really bothers me. It really does.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my number 6. What's yours, Pablo?
Okay, my number 6. This has always been in debate, but it is set at the time, and I've got to go Die Hard. Thanks for the advice. 1988, Bruce Willis. It is Christmas time, although you did mention earlier that number 2 is probably a little bit more.
Oh yeah, nobody ever says
Relative.
number 2 is a Christmas film.
No,
do
but
they?
that one is as well. But the
Nobody says Lethal Weapon's a Christmas film.
And that Nakatomi Plaza. I'm going Die Hard because every Christmas it's on, baby. You know what I mean?
You want to stay alive? Stay with me. You want to stay alive? Stay with me.
Right. And it's Alan Rickman.
Clay.
Glad.
Bill. Clay. Absolutely legendary Ode Allen in that.
Yes.
But to me, it's one of the best action films ever made. I just never associate it as a Christmas film. Okay, it's set at Christmas, but it's Los Angeles on top of this
Yeah, but it's
skyscraper.
played every Christmas. It's on every Christmas. Like all your other Christmas greats.
But it's only the last 5 or 6 years, or maybe 10 years, that there's been this big debate about it being a Christmas film. And even Brucey said himself, it's not a Christmas film.
It's not a Christmas film.
It's not. No. Now give me my paycheck. Give me that for saying
again
that.
and again, but you could keep playing it at Christmas.
I do 10 films a year, $1 million a piece.
Yeah.
I just read the lines before I go, don't worry.
So
yeah.
for me, number 6 is Die Hard. Boom.
Mine is Ernest Saves Christmas. Now, before we go on to number 5, what's the most disappointing thing for a man at Christmas?
Ooh.
It's when he gets a sweater, but he's hoping for a screamer or a moaner. Sorry.